waiting for the perfect moment is just an illusion. The most successful entrepreneurs aren't waiting. They're taking massive action. Don't wait for resources to come, create them. Demand excellence, know what your worth is, and don't settle for anything less but the best. Never think that there's a shortcut. There's constantly hard work. The harder that you work, the better the results that you'll get. So I've had the privilege to learn from some of the most successful business minds in the world. And today's video, I want to share with you some of the biggest breakthroughs, some of the biggest insights that I've learned so that you too can see what actually goes on inside these people's minds. But before I start, I kindly ask you if you can like and subscribe to this channel. We're pretty new still in YouTube, and this would mean a lot to us. Now, these breakthroughs I'm about to give you are from people who don't necessarily follow the rules, right? They actually set them. And today I want to share with you the key principles that separate the super successful from everybody else. These principles are the frameworks of success, the mindset shift that can take you from good to great. So let's dive in. First one is resourcefulness versus resources. And here's what I mean by that. See, most people believe they need the perfect conditions, more time, more money, a bigger network in order for them to succeed. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect moment is just an illusion. The most successful entrepreneurs aren't waiting. They're taking massive action. So don't wait for resources to come, create them. So another trait that successful people have is superiority. Now, I don't mean this as an arrogance or they think they're better than everybody else, but they are showing up to win. They're not taking second place or third place. So that's not what they're coming here for. They want to win, and they're gonna do everything they can to be at the top. Look at people like Arnold Schwarzenegger or even Donald Trump. These are people that no matter what industry they go into, whether it's politics or whether it's business, they want to be number one. And most people, however, they feel that, oh, they might want that Ferrari or they might want the $1 million house. They might say they want that, but deep down inside, they don't feel like they deserve it. They don't feel this is something that is worthy of them. And because of that, they suck up to something a lot less. But if you want to be at the top, you got to start thinking that you deserve it. You need to think that this is the only thing that you're going to get, and you're not going to settle for anything less. And this comes from wanting to constantly get better. If you're not getting better on a day-to-day basis, right? So if you're not willing to show up, if you're not willing to work hard, if you're not willing to learn, if you're not willing to improve on a day-to-day basis, this is how most people get stuck being average. And because people are average, they get average results. Another trait is that most successful people are incredibly intolerant. They don't settle for anything other than excellent, right? Most of us tolerate. We might say we want one thing, and then if we get less, we accept it. We accept mediocrity. We look at businesses, whether it's in business or in life or in a relationship. If somebody else gives us something that we don't like, most people, in order for them to avoid conflict, they'd just rather settle for less. Don't be like that. Demand excellence, know what your worth is, and don't settle for anything less but the best. Set the highest standard possible for yourself and never tolerate anything less than what's required for success. Why? Because you get what you tolerate. So don't tolerate mediocrity. Another key trait that successful people have is speed. And success loves speed. Some of the most successful clients I've had, multimillionaires, they don't wait, as I mentioned earlier, for the perfect plan. They act now. They act fast. They act decisively. And you don't get rich by doing one thing at a time. You get there by doing multiple things simultaneously. So when you have an idea, don't spend 20 weeks on research, and don't spend 5 months talking to your friends about it and another 2 months trying to figure out if you want to do this or not. Just do it. Just get it done. Move fast. And speed is what makes you a winner. Right? Don't get stuck in the process. Get to the outcome as fast as possible. And if you get there and you're not happy, guess what? You still learn a lot. You still gain valuable lessons that will, if you go back and you try something else, or maybe you want to try this idea again, you'll find better solutions. You'll find different ways, different pathways to get to that outcome, while most people are still in their parking lot, haven't even moved an inch yet. And this is why I say it's so important for you to love the process, not just the outcome. This is why you need to find something that you're willing to outwork everyone for, right? You know, as they say, success leaves clues. Look at anybody who's successful. Follow them for a day and you'll see exactly why they're successful. Look at the time they wake up, the amount of work that they do, the amount of meetings that they have, the amount of rejections that they accept, the amount of failures that they're willing to tolerate. Look at the best athletes, someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, who would go to practice, and after 2 hours of practice, when everybody else goes home, there he is, still working out. Maybe he's in the gym, maybe he's in the sauna, maybe he's getting a massage, maybe he's stretching, but he's always finding something to do to have that edge. So never think that there's a shortcut. There's constantly hard work, and the harder that you work, the better the results that you'll get. And if you're really serious about being successful, you need to accept that change is inevitable. But for the super successful, change is actually an opportunity, not a threat. Most people hate change, and that's why they don't change. But when you expect, anticipate, and create the change that you want, this is how you start to evolve. This is how you start to get new results that you actually want. You need to ask yourself, what's next? What can I do to make this a great opportunity for me? How can I make this change be the change that's not only going to change whatever the current outcome you're looking for, but it can change your outcome, it can change your business, it can change your environment, it can change your relationships. So constantly find ways to change the state and the things that you're currently not happy and satisfied with. And don't be afraid, because as I said, poor people, broke people are constantly looking ways to stay stuck and stay in the same place, where successful people constantly find ways to change to their current outcome. And the last thing is that successful people are laser focused on what's real, what works, what can be done right now. They don't live in a fantasy world. They're not stuck in the past. They're not constantly asking themselves and reliving the failures that they had. They're in the world of results, so they're constantly finding ways how to do the things that they've done better and figure out the things that's not working, either eliminate it from their life or find different ways to make it happen. So these principles aren't just ideas. These are the DNA of every successful entrepreneur that I've had the privilege of working with. And if you want to join their ranks, start by embodying these principles in your life today. Remember, success isn't just for those who wait, it's for those who take action. So what will you do next to go after the dreams and the goals that you have?